But unfortunately, you cannot shame the shameless. As no one no like he heard name. A mad person cannot feel shame. It's only his brothers and relatives that will be ashamed when they see him on the street. But a mad person, he doesn't care. Today you see them dancing in the market naked, all in the name of telling the truth. You see them dancing naked today, all in the name of telling the truth. What truth are you telling that we don't know before? What truth are you telling me now that I didn't know yesterday? Can you just tell me? What truth are you telling me now that I didn't know yesterday? Is it that a finance minister has no right to be the leader? He has no right whatsoever to be the leader. Is it difficult for you to understand? The truth you want to tell me today, is it that you do not know that the CRC have no power whatsoever to elect a leader? That is not their jurisdiction. These are the key things, question you should ask when you see these people today dancing naked in the market. Everyone claiming to say the truth. Why was it difficult for you to know that somebody who is in charge of finance cannot at the same time be the overall leader of the organization? Also be signatory to every documents of the government. Why is it that today you know? And one of them that I saw that was speaking, I don't want to mention her name. I could remember in one of the cabinet meetings we had, she said that we have to make sure that it is the right people have to be there, so that the right people will be the people to put the right signatures in all the papers that are going to be signed. And then the right person that she was targeting to put signature in all the documents that was supposed to be coming out from the convention, from the Declaration of Biafra, is this man they are persecuting today. But in that meeting, I remember that woman saying that the reason we have to make sure we choose the right person and make a choice and elect somebody is that we have to elect somebody to make sure that the right signatures are in the right places. That is when they were pushing the agenda, evil agenda today that they are running away from. At what point now did you now realize that you committed crime against the Biafran people? A question you are supposed to be asking many months ago. You refuse to ask the question, and those who ask the question, you call them enemy. Instead, you supported the opposite. And all of a sudden today, you rise up and you wake up. And now you're telling Biafrans the truth. Some say they have a secret they want to reveal. Some say they will not bring this paper until when time comes. I'm going to show you the text message I have. Until when the time, go to hell with your text message. Go to hell with any message you have. We don't need it. Biafrans don't need it. Biafrans do not need it. Whatever information you have, we don't need it because that time has gone. What you are doing today is dancing naked in the market, making Biafran restoration a child's play. Making some of us who are serious and know what we want, you are making us, you are just creating, I don't know how to explain it. It is shameful. That is why I don't watch their video. Neither do I. Don't have time to go there, tell you what are you doing. I don't have that time. Some of them, when I see them, is when it's being shared in Biafra, in our own groups, or maybe when some Biafrans come to my platform and talk about it. That is how I hear about it. But for me to go and listen to what they're saying, I can't. Because I know they have no message. There is no message they will deliver today. These are blind people. These are just the same thing as the Fulanis. And this bunch of individuals are the people who come and blame Gowon. They will say Gowon is lying. Why is Gowon denying today? But you, the same thing Gowon did. Today, Gowon is still talking about unity, even supporting restructuring. Something that Mazen Nandekano spoke about. Something our eternal leader told Gowon before. Gowon signed signature to it and agreed on restructuring, regionalism. Gowon penned his signature all of a sudden he chickened out. But today, that is what he's praying for. The same thing. These people today that are confessing in different platforms and talking rubbish, talking nonsense, and you are listening to them. These were people who put their signature. They were in Finland. They signed and say, from today onwards, our name becomes the United States of Biafra. They were there in person. When it was declared, they raised flag and everybody was celebrating. They are very much aware that the CRC that was created by Mazi Simon Ekpa was not to conduct election or elect anybody. It was an organization formed to settle dispute between individuals. It wasn't there to settle dispute of Biafra. It wasn't there to conduct election. That was not the reason CRC was created. CRC was created in order not to make the hand of the government full with a lot of complaints. They get a complaint committee. When two individuals have a problem, you go to CRC and they will sort it out. Members of the cabinet, once they have a confusion, they go to CRC. But some of you denied that fact and you came back and you made CRC an electoral body to conduct election for you. And today they have risen to a very powerful stage that they want to dethrone you and you are crying. They dethrone you, you are crying. You are writing a pistol. You are writing a pistol. Some things that you can't even read. You know? I'm not even sure that you are the one writing those things. And these ones will come and say, how can a man be holding 4 posts, only him? Before you join him, how many posts was he holding? Before you fall back and join him, how many posts was he handling? How many posts? Before you people made him your so-called ATM, did he resign as a finance minister? If you people had common sense, there were a certain brain, when you were conducting election to make him, why didn't you that day conduct election to select other members or officials and make a formal handover, everybody take their post? Why did you that day know fully well that he is still the finance minister and you went ahead to elect him as your ATM? Why? And I don't know why Biafrans are not asking questions. What is the thing that you saw today that was not there before? What you are showing the world is that you are the problem. Every single one of those idiots, left, right, and center, they are the problem. Because everything they are saying today that they term revelation, they call it exposition, it is something we have known. They themselves know, but they denied it because of their own selfish interest. And that is why I say, don't lie against somebody. It doesn't matter who the person is. Do not support a lie against anybody. Don't. Because it will come back to haunt you. Don't say because I am telling a lie that favors you. You promote me. You promote my platform. You know that I'm lying. You know that I am lying. But you are promoting my platform simply because that lie I am telling favors you at that point in time. You are an idiot. And I bet you that lie will come to haunt you. It's just a question of time. It's just a question of time. And when that lie will haunt you, don't cry. Because nobody's going to come to your aid. Not even Chukwu Okukabiyama will look to your side. Injustice against one is injustice against all. And when you are pointing at one person with one finger, look at it as I'm pointing. As I'm pointing one finger, the other 4 turn back and they are pointing at me. As I'm pointing one finger, the rest fingers are pointing at me. That is how it is. That is how the world works. What goes around comes around. If you support injustice because it favors you, it's just a question of time. It is like table fan. You know, table fan or standing fan, it will blow to this direction. Not a ceiling fan, standing fan, it will blow to this direction. It will blow to this direction. It will blow to this direction. So when you continue to fan that injustice, it will surely get to your own side. It's a question of time. And when it gets to your side, you want to complain, you want to cry, you want to tell us you have a secret to reveal. Keep the secret to yourself. Keep the secret to yourself. That is why I don't know why Biafrans are still moved. You will go their platform, they will give a title. I want to expose this. In the next program, I am going to expose you. If you talk this, I will expose you. If you do this, there is nothing you can expose. Nothing to expose that we don't know. There is nothing to expose that we don't know. There's nothing. I don't need to call you nor talk to you before I know what is the truth. I don't need to hear from you to know the truth. The beauty of this world, where Chukwu Okike Abiama made this world, the way he made it beautiful, is that every man that have come of age knows good, bad, and evil. Every man that have come of age knows what is good and what is bad. And that is why in the circular form, the world itself made it that when you get to the age of 18, you have gotten to the age of accountability. If you commit any crime, you go to jail and you serve the maximum sentence. When you commit a crime at the age of 18, you will serve the maximum sentence. There's no mercy. Even if you're below 18 and you commit a crime, you are not still going free. You will not still go free, in as much as your sentence might be different and lower. Because you have conscience inside you. There is conscience in you that was put in you. That you are supposed to know what is wrong and what is right. That is why sometimes when a teenager commits a crime, they will take that teenager to a juvenile center where the person will be rehabilitated. You can't say because a teenager you live in. There was a video I watched online. A small child of, is it around 6 years or 7 years? I don't know. I forgot the age. A small child took his own sister and put in oven. And that child stayed in oven and died, roasted out of jealousy. A small child took his own sister. Why did he do it? He was able to open his mouth and explain why he did it. This is a child known to be a teenager. But did you see the kind of evil heart? Jealousy made him to take his own sister, put in oven, on the oven, and that oven roast the sister. Before the parents could come, the sister is dead. And when the police came, they told him what happened. They took him. On interrogation, he said that his sister has taken every attention from his parents since they were born. A child explaining why he did what. That's why I said, you see this word conscience. It is only a baby, a suckling baby, that cannot be able to decide or say this. But any child that can be able to talk, once a child grows and be able to talk, say good morning, good afternoon, can able to hear you properly, that child is capable of doing anything. That child is capable of doing it. His brain has started working. In as much as we regard them as teenagers, in as much as we regard them as children, once a child is able to feed himself, take food and eat, speak, go to school and come back, that child is capable of anything. Chukwu Okike Abiama created man in his own image. And when you hear God create man in his own image, that word is deeper than you can understand. Very, very deep. It is only a suckling baby that cannot be able to take decision for him or herself. And that is why those babies are sinless. They are pure. They are pure. Everything they do it innocently. But once you are not a suckling baby, when that baby grows, you can be able to talk, can be able to say yes or no, can be able to ask you, give me this or give me that. That envy and jealousy, that evil spirit is very much around. And that child can take a decision of what to do and what not to do. And if you don't watch them closely, that is where they become demons. When I saw that video online, I watch it. It is mind blowing. A little child of not up to 10 years, jealousy drove him to the extent that he took his own sister, put in oven on the oven. He didn't just put it on the oven. And when they were interviewing the mother said that is not the first time he did that. There was a time he tried to strangle his sister, use pillow to suffocate his sister to die. You will call him a teenager, right? He doesn't know what he did, but he knows that when he does that his sister will die and the sister will be no more. The sister will be out of the way for him. He knows that when he put his sister in the oven, the sister will die, fry, and will no longer make a move again. You'll be out of the picture. I am explaining this for you to know the heart of man. Why every one of us must face the consequence of our action. If a little child of that age could calculate and do such a thing, and today a man will come and tell you that I did not know, and now I want to make a revelation, I want to make a confession. How can somebody hold two posts at the same time, hold three posts? You are this, only you, and you think, how can it work? As if you just know today. As if you just found out. I would say, CRC came together and they made a meeting and they sacked the APM. How can CRC? They don't have such power. You know they do not have such power, but you agreed with them when they made you the APM. It is them that came together and ordained you to whatever they call ATM, and you accepted it. And you were operating on that. Today, the whole thing is on fire. And what do? You on your camera, I will expose you, and the whole world is watching. Disgracing your fellow Biafrans, disgracing the struggle, desecrating the struggle we are in. You are desecrating the Biafra that has been declared. In a time that we are seeking for recognition, what do you think that other people from other nations watching us, what do you think they're going to say? You're desecrating the Biafra that has been declared. Every single one of them involved in this scandal today is supposed to go for life imprisonment. In the court of Biafra, every single one of them is supposed to be sentenced to life imprisonment for the crime they committed against Biafrans. For this crime they committed against Biafrans. Because their attitude is hindering our recognition. Their attitude is hindering our restoration. Their attitude is causing division and confusion. Their attitude is bringing bad image to us. When Biafra comes, every one of us will stand before the court of Biafra and we will answer for ourselves. Every one of us, we will stand before the court of Biafra and answer for ourselves. I myself, I will answer for myself. I will stand and answer. As I'm speaking, internet never forgets. Everything I'm saying here now is recorded. Even if I delete it, other people have it in their own. So don't say maybe because you delete it. You see some of them that abuse Master Simon, but some of them that did something, they think that people have forgotten. When we remember you, we'll go and bring that video and play it to remind you where you're coming from. That is how it works. Everything I am doing today will bear witness for me when the time comes. If I do bad, if I speak any word to confuse, to deceive, or to distract the restoration of Biafra, it will be played when we return back home in Biafra land. The court of Biafra will decide my fate. The court of Biafra will also decide your fate. You can never go free. You can never go free. You know, we are very fond of saying, oh, forgive him, forget. No. We have been forgiving and forgetting. And in forgiving and forgetting, there has not been any repentance. Nobody's repenting. Instead, they keep on committing that crime again and again and again. And because they have refused to repent, there will be no choice than to face the full wrath of the law. And that is how to build a sane society. That is how to build a sane society. We have to start now to begin to sanitize our brain. In this little post where you have today, in the restoration of Biafra, in this little post you are told to handle, in this little position you find yourself today, you can't even be truthful. You can't even speak the truth boldly. You can't even deliver. How much more when Biafra comes? The sanitization will start now. It has to start now. Every single one of us, we have to start the sanitization now. Don't wait till tomorrow. It is now. As I have always said, this journey of Biafra is a relay. It's a relay. People will be coming in and people will be going out. When we return back to Biafra land fully, I bet you some of us that are talking today might not talk again. What I'm doing today is my own part. Now that I have the time, now that I have the opportunity. Maybe when Biafra comes, I am here at the dragon and say, oh, I must work in the broadcasting corporation. I must be part of the Lloyd with the broadcasting corporation. I must be in charge of it. No. When it comes to that, so many of us who are broadcasting will learn it through Mazen Nandekan. On our own, we develop our skills online. When the time comes when we go to Biafra, there are professionals, people who have studied communication in school, people who have built their career. You are not going to say that because when we are talking about the struggle, they will not get the job. They are going to get a job. We will need professionals because we are going to deal with professionals in the world. We will take best hands. Our governors, some people who are going to be governors then, maybe they are not even in the struggle today. You are not going to say because they were not here today, because of that, you're not going to put them in place. You begin to use some idiots who doesn't know their left and right. No, it's not like that. It doesn't matter how long you are. You must begin to remove that sentiment of if it's not you, it can't be another person. No. Every single thing we are doing today is sacrifice until we get back home. When we get back home to Biafra land, the only thing that can qualify you to handle any post is your certificate. The only thing that can qualify you to handle a post when we get to Biafra land is your certificate. It is not how long you have been talking about Biafra. It is not how old you are, how much you contributed. No. It doesn't mean that we are going to ignore you. Biafra will recognize your effort. Biafra, we appreciate your effort. In fact, so many of us, our name will be engraved as those who spoke up during the time the voice was needed. But when it comes to service to Biafra, when we get to Biafra land, every single post that you will handle will be according to your qualification. If you are qualified, you will be checked properly and we'll see where you're coming from. And you are a full-blooded Biafran, you will have the post. If you are doing anything you are doing today because of your personal interest, you want them to praise you, you want people to clap for you. Sorry. It is time for us to get out of the zoo. Nigeria is not for you. Nigeria is not for me. Nigeria is not working for anybody. Nigeria is not working for Hausa man. It's not working for Yoruba man. It's not working for Edo man. It's not working for a Middle Beltan. It's not working for an Igbo man or a Ijo man. Nigeria is not working for anybody. That nigger area is a company that belongs to the British. Every single thing that nigger area is doing is for the interest of the West. And they will continue to do that for as long as he exists. And anytime you attach your name with the zoo, you are gone. You see how the Fulani terrorists are running rampage. Fulanis have told you that Nigeria is theirs. They don't hide it. They told you that Nigeria is their own. And they will give you reasons. And from the research we have made, we saw that the British signed an agreement with the Fulanis. And today, the Fulanis have come to take what they bought from the British. And that is why the government of the day is helpless. There is nothing Tinubu or anybody will do. Put Obi there, the case will be worse than it is today. If in your dream they told you that somebody will be worse than Muhammadu Buhari, late Muhammadu Buhari, if they tell you that another government coming will be worse than the government of Muhammadu Buhari, will you believe it? You will say, God forbid. In fact, you will bet money and say it's not possible. None of us believe that there is a government that will be worse than Muhammadu Buhari. Nobody believed it. Nobody. People can swear and take an oath and say, no, there can never, ever be a government that will be worse than Muhammadu Buhari. But today, what do you see? Today, you see people praying to even have Buhari back. You can imagine. Today, you see people